Now. What's it? What? Huh? If I just go Sprocket. Yeah? Does it ease record my audio? Or is it just not working? Does it? Dad, it's not working. No, it's not. It's not working. I don't know. There's no reason it's not actually speaking on the correct thing.
Okay. Where? What do you mean?
It's not even showing the Sprocket thing. It's just showing OBS Studio.
Display capture. Hello, YouTube. I'm a Sprocket.
Now. Can I hear it? Just gonna wait. Just see. I'm just gonna wait a minute. Yeah, the audio works. Does the control work? I hope it's not just frozen. I needed to shout, didn't I? I think. Oh, it's possible I've already sent it. Safe. Now. Yep. New vehicle, Mark 180. This is going to be BT5. Now, genuinely, I'm gonna make a young boy. Actually, 7 meters. Actually, I'm gonna make a. Today we're making a. To start with, An air deployable light tank, so it has to be under 15 tons. 5.5. It has to be under. Crew, this is gonna have to have 3 crew. This is gonna be so cramped. It's like a Yokus. Obviously, some aircraft can take more than. Oh, we could do an asymmetric turret. But I'm nice though. Nah. It's gonna align it properly. It has to say under 15 tons. But I want this to actually have a good gun, so. I feel like the Yokus and the Tetrarch are about 10 tons. Well, actually, we're going to use the 234 one. Does this thing drive? Oh, it does not have a driver's thing. I want this thing to be quick. Yeah, the Yokus. Basically, I'm making my version of the Yokus. This is going to be slightly bigger than them, but in the same size range. Because I want to make a tank that could actually fight something. How does this thing drive? How does this thing drive? Okay, even now. Actually, it itself drives okay. I don't know why. My output's being really slow. I'm just gonna turn down my graphics. What? That probably isn't helping. Go away, I didn't need you. What I'm going to do is settings. Yeah, I don't know what that's doing there. Is it loading out? Yeah, that's what's going on my laptop, isn't it? Yeah. So I don't know why FL Studios is loading up. Close. There we go. Well, graphics. Physical graphics. Yo, apply, accept. Hopefully that means that you don't have a either. This is still, it's slightly better, but it is plugged in, so I don't know. So I'm just gonna check it is charging. Yeah, but it's charging, so I don't know why it's so bad. I am running Sprocket. That's probably one of the reasons. It's just incredibly intensive on my laptop. I wonder if return rollers weigh anything. Obviously in real life they do. I wonder if they weigh anything in Sprocket. 9.22. 9.17, they do weigh something. I mean, we've saved some weight by not having return rollers. But we're not a tiger at the same time, so. Now, time to give it a really stupid engine. Mobility engine. 2 yeeter. Power. Safe unit. So we want it on 3400. And then 3400. 3400. 40.8. What's 3500? I'm pretty sure. Is it still 40.8? Yeah, we're even out of this. This should mean that we're even quicker. Even with such Yankee frame rates. We're gonna do crew. Oh, I need to actually give it a proper gun. I can't just have it with a T-34. To be fair, it is basically a T-34. Actually, no, it's a real high velocity T-34 gun. So it's just a normal T-34's gun then. I want a normal 37. Probably a 40 mil. We're gonna give it 47 mil. The high velocity 47. That is a very, very young. That's a bit like the Czechoslovak tank. What's that penetration rate like? 121. Very good. That is really quite young though. I'm just gonna leave this. But it's going to be a different version. So instead of having that much penetration, it gets 121. 121. I don't know why. I imagine it's just one shots everything it sees. Now, even though it is a light tank, I do want it to have some armor, including side scope. I do like. One 1.5. I'm just gonna do that, so then it looks like. I imagine it's just one shots everything it sees. Now, even though it is a light tank, I do want it to have some armor. I'm just doing it 2 by 2. The turret now looks super fat. 1.5. 1.5. And then, sorry, my laptop is currently having a mental breakdown. Mobility, transmission. I want 12 gears, 12 forward gears. Oh no, 12 forward gears, and 6 reverse. That means we can get 70 miles an hour in reverse. What? Oh yeah, because 4. 8. Sorry, my laptop is currently having a mental breakdown. Mobility, transmission. We're gonna have 8 reverse. We get a maximum forward. So imagine the reverse just goes really quickly, which is good because you want to reverse quite quickly. You can hear the phone amplifying. Possibly just reduce it to 4. It's going to mean you're going to be able to get quite high speeds in reverse. We get a maximum forward. There we go. I want big wheels. That sounds a bit weird. I can hear you, phone. You exist. Sprocket we're gonna have diameter. That'd be a good one. Diameter 0.75. Sponsons. I'm actually maybe no sponsons because I don't really want them. I just realised the turret itself center. The guns in the center. Yeah, that makes the Panzer IV look symmetrical. That makes the Mi-24 look symmetrical. The gun's gonna be off center now. The turret doesn't it already have a gun that's like fitted in? Yeah. It's obviously gonna have a muzzle brake. Because I did say Panzer IV to start with, but that no one knows that's asymmetric until that it actually is asymmetric. Because the Mi-24 is really annoyingly off center. Like the entire cockpit is off center. Someone said why, but it still looks disgusting. With a tank, it's fine, but it seems like no tank is centered. The A10's way off, but that there's a reason why it's way off, just like with the Abrams. Also, I don't. Is a Challenger asymmetric? I feel like the Challenger isn't asymmetric. Yeah. I don't even have to say anything because previous me is saying something. Yeah. I'm actually going to probably shrink the wheels to 0.8, 0.85. No, 0.75. 0.8. I'm gonna have 0.85. 0.85. Those are relatively big. That's 5 wheels. Bang. You can have a commander's Cooper, and then we need armor, and then to shrink this thing. We're basically gonna make it, and then we're gonna shrink it into a tiny frame. We're gonna have this. I don't think there's a 7.62 machine gun. If it's a Yokost, let's just say it's for the British Army. It's not gonna have that. Nah, we're gonna give it a machine gun. I don't know what. We're gonna give it a 50 cal. But I'm going to do something to the 50 cal. Because it's. I said 7.62. I meant like 303. I didn't mean 7.62. We're not making a 1990s tank. We're making a 1940s tank, not a 1990s tank. Yeah, I made a 7.62 machine gun. Yeah, I keep saying 7.62. I mean like whatever British cal. I mean like 303 or what's the American caliber? 3.3 inch. No, 30-06. 30-06. You can hear. Yeah. Or 7.92. Or 7.92 miles there. Yeah, 7.92 miles. Or whatever the Russian caliber is. There we go. Now time to give it armor. Actually, first time to give it basket space. Actually, armor. We want some armor. This is a World War II Yite tank. I don't know what the Chaffee has, but we're going to start with 50mm on the front of a turret. 40mm on the turret cheeks. And 40mm. You can be 25. And then 10 on the rear. 15. And this is the front is 45. The front point's 40. Actually these can be, the roof can be 10. 5mm for the belly plate. 15. No, 25, 20. 15. No. 20 and then 25. 5. 15. 8mm for. So the roof is just about proof from rifle fire. Roof. You're going to be 8mm. 8mm. 1,000. This seems like it could be a World War II tank. Does this look like it could be a World War II tank? Possibly. Now it's time to really shrink it so the crew starts to get tortured. 1.5. So it's barely 2 meters wide. 0.5. 0.5. The gun, I'm gonna stop the gun overhang because that's not very nice. Because if you're on a plane, you don't really want to have gun overhang. Now it looks like a Valentine Archer. I have no idea what this is. There isn't very. Can this like kill something? So now we're gonna minimize it to its proper size. 0.4. 0.45. Valentine Archer. That was an interesting choice from previous me. Basket space. 2 meters. 1.57. No, I meant 1.47. 1.37. No, 1.37. 1.37. 1.43. 1.43. 1.44. 1.44. Four. 1.44. Now, whole 0.5. Actually, no, 0.55. 0.5. Reducing the silhouette massively. 5 meters. 1.35. 0.35. Actually, 35. The 15 0. Actually, 1.25. We're actually going to keep the Swansons up. We are going to thin the tracks a bit. 420, 420. And we're just going to remove the offset on the idler. Remove the offset on the road wheels. And what is it? Width 0. Width 0.1. 0.1. There we go. This 0.4. 0.45. Then 4.5. 4.55. 4.56. 4.56. 4.57. 4.57. There we go. Ah! But wheels don't seem to fit very well. Mobility. Zero 0.75. And probably that we have to get infinite, sorry. 4.6. 4.61. 4.61. 0.8. There we go. We're just gonna leave this. Oh, the turret we need to move back. Yeah, actually, with firepower, I'm gonna swap the cannon. I'm gonna swap it to a 57 with a short barrel. So you're 3 meters. You're also 3 meters, and then you have a big gun. Are there any short-barreled guns? L40. I'm gonna do 500. This is gonna be a really high powered cannon. 350. This is like an infantry support. High velocity 57. It's a high velocity 50. P is only 108. 108. Actually, we're just gonna make this. Ah, now save. No. 2.1. Target. Save, and then I think we have the turret does fit on with the gun having very little gun overhang, none to very little, and you have quite a good infantry support gun. Doink doink. Is it under 15 tons? It's under 10. I made it 8.7 tons. 8.7. 8.71 ton tank powertrain. It's using twin. Is even using twin transmission. Let me just check something. I'm gonna check how heavy the Yocust was. Obviously, that's a bit different. Yocust, and Tetrarch. Oh, my Google is taking ages. I'm just gonna use that. Except then I have to go off M22 Yocust. Then you put N22 and it comes up first. Quick facts. How heavy is it? We're less than a ton, or we're just over a ton heavier than the Yocust. Tetrarch is another airborne tank. 7.6 tons. So we're a bit heavier. But C-47 redirected. Douglas DC-3. What can it carry? Parent Skytrain. What? How much? It'll be in. Hmm. Hmm. Mhm. Yeah. I think it can take it. It's under 10 tons. I would say this is air deployable. I assume it is. It's a bit of a squeeze into the C-47. But it's not impossible. It's also got 100 mils of penetration. The Tetrarch, I'm pretty sure the 2-pounder has about 50. It's a major improvement. It's 8.7 tons. I have so many yike tanks. 8.7. 8.7. Let's target Mark 147. Can we penetrate it. That thing has a 76. Yeast that guy doesn't have YAG. We can pen it anywhere. You see what I mean? That thing can pen us anywhere though. I can't actually shoot. We should be able to out-reload it since that's got 76. Yes. I'm tracked, but I killed it. And I lost my driver, but I still killed it. Which, I mean, I hope I'm killing that. I mean, how fast is it? Really, really quick. We could probably make it 7.5 tons if I just slightly reduced the engine size and didn't have 20 gears. Didn't have 16 forward gears. But, I mean, to be fair, is it overly powerful? Engine. It's got 43 horsepower per ton, so I might... Because we don't even have to change any of this. It's just dropped the horsepower to 29, which is still quite good. And that means we can maybe reduce the height slightly. I'm going to make that 4.5. And then upper height. 0. What do you want to change the upper height? 0.43. It's a good estimate. 0.42. 0.42. There we go. Save. I've reduced it to 8.22 tons. So now I don't think there's a debate. I think it would fit into an aircraft. And it's still got a good power to weight ratio. The thing is, the Yokus has a really, really stupid power to weight ratio. It also has a stupidly good upper front plate. M22 Yokus. Engine power to weight 25 tons. You have about 30. So around the same. Vertical. Oh yeah, it has VSS. VVSS. This thing has a different. I think this has 40 miles an hour. How only 40 for this? But yeah, 30 or 6. I was right. 762 by 50? Yeah, I was right. It's a 30 or 6 machine gun. It's got quite a lot of rounds. A 137mm gun. What's the gun got penetration wise? Hmm. 884 meters a second. That's well higher than this thing's 800 meters a second. But this also has a 50 mil. So this can be used for like indirect fire, like a support role to like shell an enemy position. What's the time currently? 17:07. So that's only 5 past, which means I've only been streaming for 39 minutes. Now, time to give it a paint job. Yivery. I'm gonna just look at an image of the what's it? Just kind of get an idea of what it should look like. What's your... No, that's the M3 gun. I don't want to look at the M3 gun. the kind of just a green camouflage. Literally just hue. That kind of thing. Then I can just change the hue and actually see the color. Saturation. Condition. The condition seems about 60%. 50. And then we want some grime. What's our 100% grime look like? 50 for both. 50. 50. That's middle of the road. Scale. Roughness is something new, so yo. Metallic. That looks nice. Decals. This is going to be Normandy. Yeah, we're going to give it Normandy stripes. Actually, since the Americans fielded the majority, I'm going to give it British. No, it's going to be American because the American style is easy to do. And if we go doink, 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 we shrink the American style so it actually fits. Just that. There we go. Can this actually do any damage? Shift. Boom. Does it actually do any recoil? It's got more ammunition, to be fair, so you can easily just reduce it because this is a 50mm gun. How many rounds does the Yokus have? This is basically a Yokus with a bigger gun and slightly more armor. Has the Yokus... What's the Yokus upper front plate? Armor. 9.5. Its highest armor is 12.5 mil, but 50 rounds for 37. So 60 rounds is unnecessary. We're going to reduce it to 40. Just going to zoom out slightly. Zoom in slightly. You want 40 rounds. You might be like, why do you need 40 rounds? Well, I do. 1.35. And the hole we can make 0.41. Just reducing the height. 0.4. 0.4. Hopefully it just finishes it at. No. That. There we go. Save. It gets 40 rounds of 50mm. This means that we can shrink it even more, which means the mobility is now not half bad. I say no, it wasn't bad previously. Now it's got very good mobility, which means I could shrink the engine even more, which means I could How many crew does the Yokas have? Yeah, it has 3. It has a Commander Yoda, a gunner, and a driver. That's a weird setup. You should have a commander, a driver, and a gunner Yoda if you're gonna do 3 crew. It's 6'1". What? It's only 3.9 meters wide. Young. Why is it 2.1 meters wide though? So my tanks are a lot younger than the Yokas. Put it one way. Oh, just reading about it. The general aircraft. What's that transport capacity? Hmm. Can it tell me about the actual design? Just looking. Actually, load of 8 tons. Eek. Just hope that it gets. This thing can't be taken by Hamilcar glider. It just ignore that because I'm yeah, we have to make it under 8 tons so it can fit in a Hamilcar glider. So what we're gonna do is mobility 1.5. Actually, we're gonna 1.5, which does reduce that, but that also means that you can go up to 3,700. 3,700. Which, I mean, 3,700 for this puts out still quite high, and that might carry it, so we can just do 0.3, 0.3, 4.4. No mobility, which just make it fit. 1.4. 1.4. What 1? 1.1. There we go. 4,100 RPM. 4,100 RPM. That's 21 horsepower per ton. Actually, here's something I can do. I can slightly nerf for turret traverse. What's the M22's turret traverse? That's not the M22. Is that the M22? Yeah. Basically, I don't think it needs whatever the turret traverse is now. I think I can turn it down slightly. Compartments, turrets, 750. 750. Oh, it's starting to become dark. All this really cuts down on the weight, which means I can cut down even more on the design. But I'm probably going to reduce that. But for starters, I'm going to slightly increase mobility. Mobility 1.25. 1.25. Actually, if I made it 1.5 again, would it still fit? Yes, and that also reduces the weight. So we're just going to go back to 3,700. 3,700. 26.5. That's still incredibly high. 4.5. 4.35. $4.25. 4.3. That's not what I meant to do. If it's that, that means we could go mobility. This is in the rough same yeeg as the M22. Turret. The turret traverse is fine, right? Oh, that's a slight concern. That explains why it went down. Because I cannot have 3 wheels on this, so... Tracks. 0.75. 0.75. That's a bit sad. Compartments. 4.3. 4.32. So then we can save. Yes. Look at this thing. It's a Yoka-sized 50mm equipped monster. So I actually made it air deployable now. So I can drop this from a Hamel car and just be fine. So that's 7.4 tons. This is slightly heavier at 7.9 tons. If I go onto the Tetra, this is slightly heavier than even the Tetra, but this includes ammunition. I'm pretty sure the ammo is included in the weight. This is even heavier than the Tetrarch. What about? It'll be on the bottom right. We can see also like the Hetzer. I forget there's one Kabinka Tech Museum. It's quite funny to me. Yite tank of World War II. How heavy is it Chaffee? This is obviously going to be much heavier than Chaffee. Much lighter than Chaffee. It's going to be like half a Chaffee. Yeah, it's about half a Chaffee. Yeah, this is less than half the weight of a Chaffee. So you can put 2 of these together, and obviously 2 of these is destroying a Chaffee. That's not what I was looking at. Into war. World War II, Panzer. What? I want to look at some. Not those. Soviet BT tanks. BT tank. BT 257 mass. This is lighter than a BT tank. Which that's not saying much. Type 95. Is it lighter than the Type 95 Hargo? If it's lighter than Hargo, it's about the same weight as the Hargo. It's actually bigger than the Hargo, which is surprising. I don't know why I keep saying that. Panzer 1 and 2. So why is there just a HSTVL in the World War II section for Yite tanks? HSTVL. Panzer 38T. It's a bit lighter than the Panzer 38T. Obviously, it's 8 more, and it's got soaked armor, so it'll be a lot more scary. Like this thing against that, it's gonna destroy that. Honestly, skills if you actually hit this thing. It's also really quite good against an armored car. Save. What's the biggest group of the weight? So for the hull, it's the armor at 30%, and then the tracks at 26. You know it's extreme when tracks are a quarter of your mass. And the turret is 15% is the armor. So armor on this thing's 45.6% of the mass. 4.8% of the mass is armor. Then the next business put together is tracks, then fuel tank, then just do the math there. Then engine, then suspension, then crew, then the gun. You know it's extreme when the crew weigh more than a gun on the tank. Like no tank is that. No tank is that strange except this thing. And I guess the M22 Yokas. Yeah, the crew. I mean, it is an American tank after all. If it was Japanese, it would have half the weight. Oh, that's why the tanks in Japan are so yikes because the guys in it are half the weight as well. Actually, it'll be everyone that Japan conquered who's half the weight. Just ignore what I said. Just don't take it. Just don't think about it. How does this thing handle terrain? I mean, it's okay. It's a bit bumpy, but also it is less than half the weight of a Chaffee. So I feel like Chaffies were air deployable after post-war, weren't they? They were air deployed, weren't they? Was that Indochina? They were definitely air deployed though. Sheridans were, and Sheridans are about 3 times as big as mass. But obviously that's a Yater. Still, I think you can drop this from a Hamilcar glider. It's a bit of a stretch though. It would probably cause the glider to not work. Oh no. What's the time now? 24 past. So it's possible that we've been on stream for just over an hour now. 56 minutes, but basically an hour. Anyways, it's perfect. Can you beat it? Actually, we're gonna have a proper fight. I just I don't need to do any more. I need to get an EO React stream. I need to get EO React content out. Oh no. I reduced the weight, so now it's less than 8 tons. It's lighter than these. We're just gonna spawn. The Mark III B. It's a bit. It shouldn't one-shot me, to be fair. That's got like a 37. Nah. Bud just tried to kill me. My question is, how am I getting killed by an interwar tank? An interwar Yite tank. To be fair, that looks like it's got a horrendously big gun. There we go, I killed it. Can I still move? Just reduced. Now, we're going to make sure it's saved. We're looking at what takes up all the space in this thing. For the whole, the turret's 42%, cruise 24%, fuel tank, engine. But what takes up all the space in the turret? Crew and just the crew. The crew must take up about half the space in this tank. Now, anyways, please subscribe if you enjoyed this, or actually, what's the point of subscribing? Just ignore that. Subscribe if you want to see more content. Visit the channel page if you also want to. Just click on the channel symbol. It should be on somewhere. I forget. Yeah, it should be. Please like this live stream if you enjoyed it. Please share it if people enjoy it. Please smash the bell if you want to see new content. Probably maybe Sprocket videos. I've got mostly Yasarico or mostly City Skylines content coming up, which, yeah, but I have got a few. I know this is my first book I've seen Maria gaming. No, it's not. Yes, it is. I have no idea. Thanks for. Oh, yeah. You can share the channel as well if you think the channel's good. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day, and bye bye.